Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. Boy, I want to pass along one of my own personal experiences. You know, all summer long I've been working on the tournaments that we brought to the area, and it hasn't given me the opportunity to go fishing. But I did get a chance to go now that most of our big tournaments are over. And I had a chance to fish the Grass River with my buddy Rust. And we picked an area that I have never fished before, ever. Through all these years, I've never fished it. And it was an area that we put our canoe in, and we got to the first, it's near a bridge, and we got to the first big pool. And within 10 minutes of casting, I said, Rust, I think a bass just hit. He said, no, it's not a bass. You've got a muskie. And I was using a horny toad in bright yellow. And this muskie hit. And I got to tell you, it was one of the most incredible angling experiences I can ever remember. Now, I've had some wonderful experiences with muskies before. But this fish just, I could feel the power in my right arm as I'm holding the rod. I'm holding my wrist. I can feel the strain on my wrist as that fish would turn and lunge. And it was just a spectacular battle. I was wishing that I could share that with more people. And if you could experience what that was like in a canoe, to have a fish that's probably 40 inches long, just using all the power it was given to try to defeat you, it's really something that you have to experience. You know, people talk about their bucket lists. Well, I'll tell you what, for years I had muskie fever. For years I couldn't go to these rivers without wanting to target muskies. But over the last few years, I've just been basically very happy to go and sort of wade myself along the Grass River in search of smallmouth bass. And I've encountered several muskies along the way, but I haven't been targeting them. But on this day that I fished with Rust, we saw 6 different muskies. They chased the bait in, but they didn't try to hit it, and they didn't quite get close enough to us to figure eight it. But oh, there's something so special about muskies. And I'll talk more about that when I have my buddy Rust as a guest on this show. But I'll tell you that it was just wonderful. Oh my gosh, that day was just a wonderful experience. And to fish with something on the surface like this horny toad, where you cast it out and you try to cast as close to shore as you can. And I was amazed at how close this fish was to a shallow shoreline where it was just laying in a couple inches of water. And to see that wake and to see that fish come out, it's truly something I can't put in words. You'd have to be there with me to see the excitement in me. And I know the excitement in Rust, his whole body was just vibrating. I could see it. His hands were shaking. And I was counting on him to reach down with a pair of pliers and try to wedge that hook out of that muskie's jaw so we didn't have to bring it in the boat. And why didn't I want it in the canoe? Because I didn't want to put any extra stress on that fish. I want you all to be able to enjoy that one day too. And if we harm them too much in trying to release them, that's going to happen. They're not going to be able to survive. So it wasn't important to me whether I caught that fish or not. But I did. I mean, we got it in where we had to use the pliers along the side of the boat to leverage the hook out of its jaw. But still, it was something that I just couldn't wait to tell you all about. It's a remarkable return of my excitement to fishing muskies in the Grass River. It was absolutely amazing. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.